Hi guys, Dave here for Dave Outdoors. There's a ton of different knots out there that can be used for bushcraft and camping. And of the handful that I use, I would like to show you today 3 of my favorites. These are knots that I use on a routine basis when I'm out in the bush. Thanks for tuning in. This knot is the Canadian jam knot. When I have things wrapped up in my bedroll, my blanket, I use Canadian jam knots to secure it. If I'm carrying an extra garment out in the bush, that sometimes I do, and I have it draped over me, I can roll things up in the garment, and I use a Canadian jam knot to secure them in as well. If I'm going to attach my bedroll to my bottom of my backpack, or anywhere else that I have tabs, I can use the jam knot to do that as well. So the Canadian jam knot. Making the Canadian jam knot is very quick and simple. I've got my blanket roll here, and I'm going to use 2 cords to tie it with. So I'm going to turn both of these into Canadian jam knots. First thing, I'm going to about 2 or 3 inches from the end, I'm just going to tie a knot. This knot's going to be pretty much permanent. Just an ordinary thumb knot. And pull it nice and hard. So, and then I'm going to make another thumb knot, or actually just going to make a loop from another knot, but I'm not going to tighten it up fully. So just make my loop there, pull it through, and that's what we're doing there. Essentially it's just 3 things. I have the loop that I've made here, I have the knot that I've made here, and then I have my pull tab at the end. Get that guy out of the way. And then I just put it around my item that I'm going to tie. And here we have it. So my loop, my knot, and my running end. Just put it through, grab the running end, and then I just pull. This loop is tightening itself right up against that knot, and that's how it's going to jam itself up there. Get that more into focus. So the loop here is going to tighten itself up against the knot right here. So I just keep pulling my running end nice and slowly, nice and easily, until it starts to jam up, and then down a bit, and I can just tighten it up. If I want to, I could take the pull tab and what's left of my running end and just tie a simple little hitch or a simple little knot like that, just to keep it secure. I have noticed that sometimes these jam knots can slip out. One piece of cordage might slip, the other one might not, so it happens sometimes. So having that extra tie on there just makes it a bit more secure. So I'll do it again with the other one. As you can see, it can pull out. Sometimes they can pull out, sometimes they're jammed in really hard. So let's just tighten this up again. Here we go. So to stop mine pulling out, just as a backup, I just tie those 2 like that. I'll do that again. Just as a backup, I just tie those 2, just in a simple little thumb knot. And that's secure. And to loosen them off, just untie the small loop I put there, grab the pull tab, and just pull, and out she comes. Get the fingernails into this part, and just loosen up the loop that we've made, and out she comes. Again with this guy, that extra knot that I tied just for security, I just untie that. I grab the pull tab, yank in either direction, then loosen up that loop, and off she comes. Cool. That's the Canadian gem knot.